No, this episode was like it's pretty much theorized for like the past few months now how Zamasu was going to kill Kawasu, but we finally get this episode, and I guess in a way he kind of killed Kawasu, but thanks to Whis, that obviously didn't last long. So this episode was kind of like the whole build up towards that, with Beerus, the Supreme Kai, Whis, and Goku coming back to investigate Zamasu. Obviously, they obviously know he's shady, and we get some indication as well, some more info from Whis and Beerus as well, which is pretty important. As obviously, Zamasu's trying to play innocent, make sure it's turn over a new leaf, but Beerus uses this opportunity to go and to survey the scene. I guess Whis creates a dome. And this is similar to when the resurrection of F happened, when they when Frieza destroyed the Earth, and then Whis managed to stop him in space. It was kind of the same thing here, and it was observing Zamasu what he was going to do, because Beerus and Whis already said, no doubt about it, Zamasu is going to kill Kawasu, and the most important thing from that is Whis explains that Beerus can sense murderous because he's a god of destruction. He can sense a murderous intent in somebody, and ironically enough, we found out Kawasu couldn't because the Supreme Kai couldn't figure him out either. So that's one of the reasons why Kawasu didn't suspect anything. And even though usually when Zamasu actually groomed the tea, it usually turns in black after a while, but now he obviously poisoned it. But the thing about it, well, we thought he poisoned it, but the question, but the way he tried to kill him was obviously the blade he was using, the blade or he was covered around his hand. Um, that was kind of like okay, because I actually thought he was gonna get poisoned. A lot of people did, but when you saw the blade, okay, he obviously hit Kawasu, but we stopped it in reverse time. Now, in a way, they're kind of like fucking with the timeline anyway. So I guess when they say to Trunks, "Oh, you're abusing the future timeline," they're kind of like hypocritical in that aspect. But even though we know this already, but it's just plot twists and plot device. And speaking of Trunks, while this is going on, Trunks is actually sparring with Little Trunks. He's, I guess, in a way to like motivate him, and it's kind of cool seeing that. I guess a lot of people have been wanting to see that for a while. See how Little Trunks goes Super Saiyan, matches up to. And by the way, this like theories that I don't know if it's true or not about Trunks possibly going Super Saiyan Blue. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but he needs a power up. But judging from the preview, I don't know if Trunks is going to be fighting or not because spoiler alert: Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta once again going back to the future. No training, no Patara earrings. I don't know how the hell they're going to stop Black unless they have the Supreme Kai gave him the earrings before he took off because Goku didn't mention we should have let the Supreme Kai brought us back. So I don't know if they the Patara earrings or not. There's some theories around that Vegeta is going to make a return unless they have those earrings. Unless they manage to in the short period of time that Vegeta was off screen, if he managed to boost himself because obviously he's going to be the first one to challenge Goku Black because obviously he got his ass whooped in the first round. And if you notice, they're going in Goku Black, even in this episode where he's talking to Zamasu about he should have used the wishes to make himself immortal, but I think what Goku Black has inherited is Goku's will because I don't think he wanted to become immortal because he's the room for growth. So Zamasu obviously it's not really the fact that he's strong; it's just he can't be killed. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case in the present time, or I guess in this case in the past, because when Beerus and Whis, like you said, when Whis reversed time to save Kawasu's life, Zamasu was caught red-handed, pretty much his hand in the cookie jar. Beerus that was badass, by the way. How Beerus just put Pier right in front of him, and the moment you saw him, he was done. But Zamasu, trying to be the pimp that he is, trying to. He wasn't trying to talk his way. He was trying to act tough and say, "Oh, I guess my future self is really laying down the dream that I want." But he's trying to attack Goku, and Goku doesn't. This is the thing, Goku doesn't even flinch. But before that, Beerus appears out of nowhere. Now this is where things get kind of weird, because instead of, I don't think he released an energy wave, or nothing of the sort. He just put his hand in front of him and said destruction, and in an instant, Zamasu was erased. So that's like, whoa, okay. Sometimes I don't know how you can forget this, but sometimes you have the tendency, because Beerus has been somewhat comical, you seem to forget how OP and scary Beerus really is, and this is why Beerus is the top character in Dragon Ball Super, and I like Beerus because obviously, as a god of destruction, he surveys without being biased or anything. But what he saw kind of ticked him off. He said, "You get too cocky, boom, destruction, you're gone, done." And it's a shame Beerus can't do that with Goku Black, but obviously that's plot twist to let Goku and Vegeta grow. Now, as it relates to the preview, it kind of looks like Trunks is going to look for Mai, which is kind of disappointing. So I don't know where those theories are coming in, where Trunks is going to reach Super Saiyan Blue. Mai is still hiding out in the, I guess, underground, trying to hide out, but with Goku Black and Zamasu still roaming the future. I don't know how long that's going to last. It's going to be epic next week, but I am skeptical because it doesn't look like Goku and Vegeta have changed at all. Yes, I know Saiyan's power increases after he recovers from injury. They had senzu beans, but unless they had some senzu beans taken with them or something else, I don't see how the hell. And another thing too, especially with Zamasu, this could be a never-ending battle. So they've got to think of something out pretty fucking fast, or they're gonna get their asses whooped again, because unless there's a game changer in this rematch, I don't see how the hell Goku and Vegeta can pull it off. And I think right now either a new mode is activated, or, well, I thought about this recently. I still think there's a possibility of a fusion, but now I don't see any Protarians, but I'm not against the fact there's going to be a fusion. I actually think there's more possibility of a fusion technique than anything else. But we'll have to wait and see where that happens. I actually thought that as soon as Goku and Vegeta went back into the future, we get maybe a possibility for Vegeta reunion. But I think there's more possibility now of a fusion technique, given the circumstances and the fact they don't want to permanently fuse. There's obviously 30 minutes, and that would be a plot twist. But I don't know if Toriyama's going to go that way. We'll find out soon enough, I guess. Next week is going to be epic. This is actually a standard episode. Beerus for the win, just erasing Zamasu like nothing, and everything else was kind of comical, especially when it came to I guess Pilaf and Mai. Other than that, though, this episode is pretty good. It was kind of serialized anyway, so I don't know if there's too many shockers in this one. But let me know your thoughts down below. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you did appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Catch you guys for more Dragon Ball Super.